Hi, I'm Tom Martin with Aqua Plumbing and Air. Today I'm going to talk about Manatee County water and the conditions right now. I was watching the news last night, ABC 7 from Sarasota, and they were talking about, it was Bob Harrigan. Everybody knows who he is. He's like a local celebrity. He does all of our hurricane seminars and stuff like that that are done locally here that we're part of. He was talking about the drought conditions that exist in Sarasota and Manatee counties right now. Right now we're about I feel like a nerd, but 15.72 inches behind in our annual rainfall for the summer. There's some kind of high pressure system that's pushing everything off to our east coast, and those guys are getting our afternoon showers and the cooling effects of it afterwards. We're not getting that right now. We're getting all the heat. Anyway, with that in mind, I thought I'd talk about the water filtration issues that are going on in Manatee County. We have an algae bloom in the water source for Manatee County for municipal water. I know we spend a ton of time talking about well water and how conditions change very often. Right now, we're seeing a lot of those changes even in our municipal water from a daily standpoint. So I kind of dug into it, and I was like, I'm getting a lot of calls, people saying, hey, the water stinks, it's smelly, it tastes like dirt a little bit. Can you come out and talk to me? So I'd go out and try to find out what it was in the water. Several days after this thing kicked off, I found an article, I think it was Yahoo, that was talking about Manatee County telling people that there is an algae bloom. It's coming from the direct sunlight and the excessive temperatures that we've had beating down on our water source. And then they went further and started talking about once that algae blooms, there's toxins that it gives off. But as it blooms across the top of water, it creates like a cloudy effect on top of the water. With direct sunlight hitting that cloudy water, it works like a thermal blanket on top of the water, storing the heat and giving the algae a more ideal conditions to grow. So some of the people and potential clients that I've spoken to have asked, when is this going to end? And to be quite frank, I don't know the answer to that, but I suspect it would be the day that we can turn the sun off and pretty much get the deficit that we face right now in rainfall. We need to replenish the water source and drop the heat value in that water source to be able to clean it up. Manatee County is taking steps and adding more disinfectants, more oxidizers to the water to try to kill off any bacterias that are in there that might be harmful to everyone or anyone. They state that the water is perfectly safe to drink. It just has a little smell and a little bit of a taste issue. They also talked about what they were doing to try to eliminate it. And one of the things is running it through a carbon filter, which every one of our whole house systems utilizes a dedicated carbon filter that filters every single drop of the water before it gets into your house and to your plumbing and to your dog's bowl or to your drinking glass. So with that in mind, we talk about the water filtration systems and what they can do for you and keeping you safe. The other thing that it made me think about was this: if we're at a 15-inch deficit in rainfall right now, that means the water table is down at the lowest point. And now I've got blue-green algae on top of that. I've got all the minerals that currently exist in the water. I've got a thin layer of that at the very bottom. If we think of it like a drinking glass, a clear drinking glass, and poured some sand into the bottom of that, and then filled the glass with water and set it down on the table, eventually that sand would settle out to the bottom of the glass and leave a thin layer of sand at the bottom. That's currently where we are with the aquifers in our drinking water. Now what's going to happen is that's going to get hotter faster, like we talked about. In addition to that, once we add new water on top, the sand is going to get stirred up and mixed back in. So now I'm delivering water that has a certain amount of turbidity to it, or dissolved particles, solids in the water that need to be filtered out in my house before I'm going to drink it, that's for sure, or serve it to my family. And that's kind of the safety portion of kind of what we're looking forward to, keeping people healthy. So for me, thinking about that, typically once these conditions start, they typically don't get better over time. So the next drought that we have, that layer will build up even further. So having a system in place that's able to be adjustable and to adjust it to the current conditions of the water is very important as well. And that's kind of what we strive to do here. We'll give you what you need and still take care of you for the future as well. So just some water safety tips here from Tom Martin at Aqua Plumbing and Air. I hope you have a great day.